Hi everyone, welcome back to another live. We took last week off. For
There we go, I
other
think.
reasons,
Sorry.
and so we're back.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I disconnected and then reconnected during the intro.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so we're gonna do our usual. I'm gonna discuss like not a lot, like a few paragraphs of stuff, and then we're just gonna do what we always do. Like Max might mention what she's been through lately if she wants to.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, but yeah.
Possibilities there. Though I will say first and foremost, I have finally started hormones.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Did it Sunday. I did it on Sunday. I had my first injection. Straight in the fucking thigh. It's the first thing I've ever injected myself. Didn't do it myself. My now ex-boyfriend helped me. But yeah. More on that later.
Yeah. Only if you want to, of course.
We'll see.
Yeah. But I will mention what I want to say because, like I said, there's only like a very short paragraphs, and then we will just basically do what we always do.
Yeah.
So, across the UK and Eastern Europe, LGBTQ plus communities are facing a coordinated rise in hate crimes, which we have all seen, censorship and legal suppression, a crisis that remains underreported in mainstream media. I wonder why.
Yeah.
In a report of this year by the Institute for Strategic Dialogue reveals that hate crimes against LGBTQ plus individuals have surged across the UK and Europe over the past 5 years, with trans and gender non-conforming people particularly targeted. In the UK, Home Office data shows a 17% increase in hate crimes based on transgender identity between 2022 and 2023. Legal observers warn that the Public Order Act 1986 is increasingly used to suppress trans protest speech, with activists cautioned or detained for chants deemed threatening or abusive. So that's in my amazing country. Notice the sarcasm. In Estonia, while same-sex marriage was legalized in 2023, civil society organizations continued to raise concerns about rising hate speech and hate crimes. The Estonian government has announced an action plan to improve LGBTQ plus safety, education, and healthcare, but officials admit that a supportive and safe environment is still not the reality for many queer people. Meanwhile, Russia has labelled the Estonian Eurasian Coalition on Health, Rights, Gender and Sexual Diversity, ECOM, as an undesirable organisation, part of a broader crackdown on LGBTQ plus advocacy under its 2012 Common Foreign Agents Law and 2015 Undesirable Organisations Law. Yeah, I don't think a lot of people are trusting Russia at the minute.
No.
Now, in Hungary and Poland, far-right governments continue to weaponize anti-LGBTQ plus rhetoric. Hungary's child protection law bans LGBTQ plus content in schools and media, while Polish activists report increased surveillance and protests on bans under public morality laws. In France and Germany, violent counter-protests at pride events and coordinated online harassment campaigns have intensified. Police inaction and digital censorship, including shadow banning of hashtags like #transjoy, compound the threat. Across the regions, LGBTQ+ people are being silenced twice, first by violence and then by erasure. And mainstream media outlets reduce dedicated queer coverage, such as NBC News disbanding its LGBTQ+ reporting team, notably because of flipping Mr. Baby himself, Taco. Anyway, survivor-led storytelling becomes more vital than ever. So that's on that. But also, Manchester Pride has been disbanded.
Oh. So things are going great.
Yeah.
I was. Yeah. Not that I have to say this whenever we speak on Pride. Personally, like we always, like I've made clear in the past, not the biggest fan of Pride, because I believe it's basically rainbow capitalism. But when shit like this starts disbanding, that shows it's going bad. And also, like, that's one of the reasons, like, the reason that I am against rainbow capitalism and stuff like that, like where it's just like, let's do it in the system, let's make everything work. We're going to fucking be do the. I can barely speak today. We're going to follow the proper channels and stuff like that. When it becomes to this where like companies put the pride flag as the logo and stuff like that, stuff like that will always be taken back the second that like the social climate shifts, really, which is why I'm always skeptical of it, and I believe that anyone should always be skeptical of it.
Yeah, I'm on the. I just pulled it up. I'm on the manchesterpride.com / statement. This is from the 22nd of October, 2025. It is with enormous sadness that we announce that Manchester Pride has started the legal process of voluntary liquidation. A combination of rising costs, which are affecting the entire events and hospitality industries, declining ticket sales, and an ambitious refresh of the format aimed to challenge these issues, along with an unsuccessful bid to host Euro Pride, has led to the organisation no longer being financially viable. We regret the delays in communicating the current situation. However, we were keen not to jeopardise financial opportunities while our discussions were ongoing. We were proactive and determined to identify solutions to the financial issues. We've been actively working with several partners, including legal and financial advisors. And then it goes on to say, the organisation has achieved a great deal since its creation, and in particular since the COVID pandemic. This includes 237,000 visitors to the city, 104.8 million of economic impact, 148 grants being made to grassroots community groups, yada yada yada. It's also become aware that they haven't paid any of the artists either, as in drag performers. So yeah, I mean, like you, yeah. I mean, like you, I myself haven't. I mean, there's a part of me that's like, yeah, go out there, celebrate your sexuality, celebrate your joy. Absolutely, 100% do that. But also, there's also that other aspect of financial greed.
Yeah, and like that will come in. This like I'm of the opinion that we need to make Pride a riot again. That's what I believe we need to do. We need to go back to the roots.
Yeah.
Why did I not shower my fucking hair today? I'm sorry. It's lifeless and dead boring.
Yeah, and it's like, anyway. If anyone, and for anyone watching or listening, thinking that, we're just, crapping on Pride, we're not. It's a good thing. It's very impactful, and it brings out people, that celebrate their sexuality, right? But you also have to acknowledge that the financial aspect, whilst yes, is important because a lot of these charities are voluntary run. So obviously, it goes without saying, but also a lot of them do have a lot of backers that are millionaires that can afford to, donate a load of money. So you have to also factor that as well.
Yeah, and the second you get economic interest in, that fucks things up. Like just
it's like, I'm sure.
And I would this isn't just Max going and want to have weird anarchist again. This is how it is. It's like just factual. Like when things like this have an economic, and that kind of fucks with the charity part. And there is an economic interest. Like even if it's charity, of course there is. And I say the same thing. I am personally not really a big fan of charity stuff because of the economic thing. I think it's the best thing we can do, in a capitalist society. But this is the drawback to it, and that drawback is just simply a fact.
Yeah, and I'm sure that when Pride comes to Nottingham, I'm sure that I may attend that one. Just to I don't know, attend it and just spread the joy and all of that. But at the end of the day, it's like, nah, I'm sorry, but when corporate greed takes over, and again, I don't know the whole story. I don't know the ins and outs or what's happened, but
of course not.
It's just annoying because it started out as a good thing. It made a lot of impact, but then it's that catch-22 situation. When you start something good and you want and you say, "Oh, we're never going to take money," but then you end up taking money, and it dilutes the purpose of Pride. It dilutes.
Yeah, and of course it does. That's inevitable. Unfortunately, And I'm like, oh, do you have any better solutions? Yeah, direct action.
Yeah.
I have so many. Like, yeah, revolution. Let's do it now. But like, and this is, I don't know.
Yeah.
I am set in my ways where I think that no, the world within, like, the world built around capitalism will always function like this. I don't think we should have a world with capitalism. That's my answer to it. And I'm not just saying that because I'm currently out of work and won't get my fucking unemployment check at any time soon. Seems like I'll have to wait for like another 2 months for that one to end up in my pocket. So right now I am. Oh, I've had to borrow so much money.
Yeah.
I could pay my rent. I could pay my rent. I have not yet been able to pay my phone bill, so we'll see what happens with that. If anyone wants to donate to me, please do. But like, even when I work, like I had a good salary, and I'll get a new job. It won't be. This will not be the end of me. But like, even when I worked, I had a fairly good salary, but even then, this was shit. Like, it's not that. Oh, I ended up with the shit end of the stick right now. So now I hate money and capitalism. And now I've been like, we've been doing this. How long have we been doing this for? 3 years?
I don't fucking know. The last time we mentioned this, I got you wrong. So fuck knows.
Yeah, I don't remember.
It's been more than 2 years at this point, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we've been doing this for a while now. Yeah. A while now, and like we I think it was 2 years. I think it's 2 years because that fits with my recollection of the world. Also, because like there was a slim moment in time when I lived in a certain place, and that was where I lived when we started doing it.
Yeah.
So it there is a certain time span that it would have to be. But because I remember being in my kitchen in the first episode and huffing a vape. But like this, now I don't have a kitchen. But like, I've been banging this fucking drum for 2 years. For all of this fucking podcast history, I've been complaining about capitalism. Like, that's so yeah, this is some newfound hatred of mine. It is, and I'm proven right. I'm proven right. I'm proven correct every fucking time as well. I swear to God, I will do a supercut of Mac's fucking prophetic moments on this show where I say something will happen and then that exact fucking thing happens. Because every time we're talking about pride, I've said it. And when we talked about I swear to God, I said I was against it. I think we were talking about the people who like. I think we did that at one point at least. I think we were talking about the people who like went against. Oh, fuck it. I don't remember what that point was. But I do think that I also said that at one point Hendrik was going to come crawling fucking back. They did that. She, whatever it is, came crawling back, tried to fucking pull that off, and then tried to fucking blame her suicidal ideation on that one. Fuck you. I've been right about everything at all times.
Yeah.
I am never wrong.
Yeah. I fucking no, actually not. You know what? I don't fucking hate that fucking Hendrix. Like, I swear to fucking God, like the amount of fucking bitching they're doing is beyond fucking embarrassment. They're still going on. And it's like, you shut the fuck up.
I know. Trust me, I know.
Like
I still
seriously,
We still
Yeah.
follow each other, I think. We're still mutuals, I think. It's like,
Yeah.
because we became mutuals like when they were on our podcast. Which I've never actually interacted with that person until the whole psychosis, and I like, but yeah, like I'm going to do a supercut of Mac's prophetic moments at some point, where it's just me saying things will happen and nobody. I'm changing my fucking name to Cassandra.
Yeah.
If anybody don't understand that reference, please check up Greek mythology. She was she was cursed with visions of catastrophes, but no one would believe her. That was Cassandra.
Yeah. Whilst you were talking,
Ranting.
talking around saying like, nah, who cares?
Yeah.
I was looking for the latest anything, and I've come across this HuffPost article. It's called "Reform Tells Men to Use Female Toilets Despite Advocating for Single-Sex Spaces." So let's. So Reform UK told men to use the same toilets as women, despite speaking about the importance of single-sex spaces. The apparent
Why did
double
he do
standard
this?
is a Reform UK. It's like our it's basically our right wing party.
Oh yeah. I know what Reform UK is. Unfortunately.
Yeah. This was on HuffPost. On the 11th of 2025. So it's probably within like the 5 month range thereabouts. So yeah, the apparent double standards took place as the right-wing party held a press conference in Westminster about cracking down on violence against women and girls. So cracking down on violence against women and girls, yet you've apparently told men to use the same toilets as women.
Who'd have thunk?
Well done. Fucking dicks.
Yeah.
The use of toilets has become a hot button issue ever since the Supreme Court ruled that blah blah. They got it wrong anyway, so who gives a fuck? In Reform's manifesto, it also calls
what the Supreme Court says.
It also calls for a ban on what it calls a transgender ideology, and insists schools must have single-sex facilities. Lyndon Kemkaran, the Reform leader of Kent Council, echoed this messaging today, saying it is a fact that allowing biological men into women's spaces has made women and girls in the UK less safe. No, Lyndon, do you know what has made women and girls less safe in the UK? It's cis men, caveat, not all cis men, who have consistently gotten away with sexually assaulting women.
Yeah. I'm gonna
And
just quickly step up and smoke while you're...
cover for, yeah.
I can hear you, so
yeah.
Do go on, please. I love it. You get on the side.
And it's like this fucking white knight savior fucking that goes on. Like the amount of white say, oh, we need to protect women and girls. Like this white knight armor. Oh, let's put our white knight armor on. Let's go out there with fucking pitchforks or your fucking armor. Standing there, like, just give me a break. Seriously. if these fucks really cared about women and girls, right? And I know that we have a few hate watchers that watch our show, you know, and I'm saying this live, so you can. So if you get your feelings hurt, and I'm speaking directly towards germs, my new word thanks to Nerdy for turfs, then do please pay attention. If you really cared about protecting women and girls, right? Do you know what you do? You don't target a minority, right? Who just want to live their lives, go about their daily business, right? Enter a fucking changing room to change, enter female toilets so that they can, do what they need to do and get the fuck out. Cis women do the same thing. They just want to go about their business, right? Get in, get out. That's it. Right? All of this total BS from TERFs that say, oh, we need men, them basically calling their coded language for trans women. If you really cared about women and girls, you actually look at the statistics. Cis men, caveat, not all men, are the ones committing SA. Right? I'll liken it to child abuse. Right? Do all men commit child abuse? No. It's called common fucking sense. So again, if you really cared, right, then look at how cis men, not all men, are able to get away with committing sexual abuse, sexual assault on women.
Yeah.
But you don't. It's like, it must be a trans woman, i.e., men. No. Like, just fuck off. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
Or
Really.
like, otherwise, you'll end up like a sad old fuck.
Yeah. What you don't think?
Or Helen Stannerland, who's obsessed with fucking genitalia.
Yeah. What you don't think? Linus' life is working out the way he thought.
No, it's not. So yeah,
Fucking understand.
So yeah, that's my little mouthpiece done for now, anyway.
Yeah.
She added that this has, without a doubt, caused women and girls to be less safe. Really? Not just in Kent, but in the UK as a whole. Yeah, I wonder why that is. I wonder why that is, Lyndon. Like, Ken Grant said, this belief has been actively and at times aggressively pushed on us by politicians, the media, and our state institutions, but biological men pretending to be women should be allowed into female-only sex spaces. Well, first of all, and again, these fucking numpties surely don't understand or can even comprehend biology or gender identity. No. Like, trans women, first of all, they weren't male men to begin with, because again, gender dysphoria, which cis people can struggle with also.
Yeah.
It's like just go back to school. Or better yet, take yourself out. And that is the most PC thing you'll hear me say regarding something.
Yeah.
So that's the nearest toilet to the press conference room. Asked if that means other places can adopt the same policy, she replied, "Well, this is for one occasion only, isn't it?" What a stupid question. There's a toilet there. It makes sense for everyone to use that toilet, so you don't have to be escorted around the building. It's simply not practical. It was then pointed out to Kem Karan that there are other examples, such as gyms, where it would also be impractical to insist on single-sex spaces. She replied, "I think you're confusing two things. You're confusing unisex toilets, which are there for anyone to use, with women's toilets, which are there just for women." So what? All women are cis women, are they? Are they?
Okay. Well, she thinks so, but also like, are there? Yeah, unisex toilets is different than female toilets. They're right about that, but that doesn't seem like that was what this was.
No.
And also, these fucking people cry about unisex toilets all the time.
Yeah. You know the vast like I went to town earlier today, and it's like the majority of the toilets that you can access in town, most of them are unisex.
Yeah,
Like
that's
the toilet in your own house is unisex.
personally.
Like what's the difference?
Personally, I still think like toilets with stalls are fucking bizarre and should like be dissuaded if you can. I understand on train stations and stuff like that, but like
Yeah.
the fact that we have like no school that I've ever been to in Sweden, and I say that, like I'm a teacher. I've worked at school. I've been in school for big chunks of my life. Except for at university, I have never run into like stall toilet school in Sweden. And except for like at stations and stuff.
My old school, my not so much my primary school, but most definitely secondary school. We did have we had stalls you can go in and lock the door, but we also had the freestanding urinals, and a lot of understandably the vast majority of the female students used the stalls, obviously. So yeah, like don't get me wrong, like I completely understand the need for that, and obviously, again, we're not minimizing the fear women have. I want to make that perfect. I want to make that ecstatically clear. I am not minimizing that at all.
No.
Right, but the simple fact is that you cannot simply blame a minority for the failings of cis men, not all men, who outnumber said minority. That doesn't make any fucking sense whatsoever.
By hundreds of percent.
Exactly. So your whole argument hinges on the fact that a small minority, right, of trans people, specifically trans women, are the main culprits of SA. The math isn't mathing. I'm not good at maths, never was, but even I can figure out that doesn't work.
I'm not good at maths. I'm oddly good at statistics. My brain understands statistics.
Yeah.
Ever since I learned about the Monty Hall problem. Do you know the Monty Hall problem?
I've vaguely heard about it when I was at school. Of someone on
When
reading.
you have 3 doors.
Yeah.
Behind one of them is a car. Behind 2 of them is a goat. Which door do you choose? Door 1, door 2, or door 3? And then when you've chosen the door, you show what's behind one of the other doors. And the question is does it? And then you're allowed to change to the other door that's left. And the question is, does it make it? Is it the most statistically sound strategy to change your option or not? And thing is that if you change your option, then you have a higher chance of getting the car. Because one door has been removed, simply. So what you're doing is you're changing a 1 in 3 chance of something to happen to a 1 in 2. But like a lot of it feels like it's wrong. It feels like you should stick around, like in your mind. I'm sorry about that little tap. It's one of my favorite conundrums.
Yeah.
And I once impressed a math teacher that I knew that one despite being bad at maths.
Yeah, I'm the same. I'm the same. Weirdly, I can understand statistics, but if you ask me general maths, I'm like, no, nope. My brain isn't working.
Or I guess like statistics and probability is my
Yeah.
that's that because that was more probability, but I'm good at probability.
Yeah.
And I don't know why.
Trans population in the UK. As of 2025, the estimated size of the trans population in the UK is approximately 0.54% of the population aged 16 years and over, which translates to about 45.4 million people. This estimate is derived from the census 2021 data. Right now, I don't know how. Now, again, take that with a pinch of salt because I don't think that's correct. Because there's no way there's 45.4 million people, trans people, by the way, in the UK.
No, I think that's global. I think that was global.
Well, I said, I typed in trans population in the UK, and it just like out of.
Yeah, but there's not a chance in hell that 45 million is 0.5% of the UK population. Like
exactly.
That's 0.5% of the fucking global population. That's like we're in the billions if that's true.
Yeah. Imagine if that was the case, I'd be like,
there's 8 billion people living in the UK.
Yeah.
This or whatever. Fuck, I don't remember what the global population is now. 10.
If that was the case, I'd be like, make an army.
I mean, exactly. I mean, I know that Sweden is about the population of London, but I don't think that you're that much.
Well, I've just typed in a different question. The trans population in UK again in UK is estimated to be between 200,000 and 500,000. However,
that sounds more reasonable.
Yeah. However, recent investigations suggest that the official figure of 262,000 from the 2021 census may be unreliable. So let's give or take that there's above 100,000 trans people in the UK.
Yeah.
That's classed as a minority.
Yeah.
So So where these trans people get this, arbitrary, randomized thinking that a minority equates a majority, that equation right there, they should trap that in a bottle, and fucking try and sell it, because no one will buy it.
Yeah.
So and it's good that we do this live now, because they can actually hear what I'm saying live. So because I'm sure I'm gonna get hate for saying this, and I don't really give a fuck. Right? You have this here. It's got a brain. Right? Try
Fucking use it.
Yeah, try using it more. Right? Try leaving your house and live in the real world. A minority is not a majority. You cannot keep blaming a minority. You can't keep marginalizing a community. Like, you can't keep dehumanizing trans people, all because you think that, all because of a one-off incident that involves a trans person is the nuclear bomb to say all trans women are abusers. That's not the case. Because if that was the case, then you could say that about anyone. You could say that about people who abuse children and say, oh, all men. No. Do you know what? Because we don't do that.
No.
Like, so again, are there certain people that are there one-offs that happen? Yes. But as Max has said in the previous episode, that's because that person is a piece of shit. It's got nothing to do with the fact. It's got nothing to do with the trans community or anyone.
No, really.
It's because that person is a piece of shit and should be dealt with. If someone has done something wrong, they should be charged, and if they are found guilty, lock them up. Right. Right, but don't continuously blame a minority, or because you have a fear / hatred of trans people. Because it's getting ridiculous.
It really is. Sorry, I needed to check something with my fucking washing machine.
Yeah.
It's been vomiting water all day. I don't know why. I'm trying to figure it out. I want to get my fucking clothes washed. Anyway, I feel like I'm going to have to cut this short. I'm sorry, my brain is still very foggy.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, or foggy. It's me not really being in a good place. But it was good to do this.
Yeah.
I'm not back to being proper Max yet. And for anyone who wonders what has happened, fuck you. No, I've split up with my boyfriend. So we're still we're still friends, and I'm still a big part of the child's life. But you're going through some stuff with that.
Yeah, that's understandable. But yeah, there's always next week. So yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I'm sorry. But it was good to do this. I think I'm trying to keep some kind of normalcy going.
But last week I could not function like that. It happened Monday last week, so like Tuesday last week I was just crying.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, I could not hold it together, and I feel like I'm pretty much losing the ability to hold it together now. So I'm
Yeah, well,
going to jump off so that I don't sit here and like bawl like a little faggot.
yeah, well, I'm probably not gonna be on for too much longer anyway. So yeah, I'll probably be logging off at about the hour mark. So
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's fine. You know, just look after yourself, and
I do. I threw away all my drugs. Just so that I
mean,
don't like
yeah,
start
well,
like
yeah,
I don't wanna do drugs when I'm sad.
well, no,
So I
no,
did that.
yeah,
But yeah, I'm logging off.
yeah.
See you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
There we go.
So yeah, um, so yeah, basically, everything that I said, I mean, and I stand by. And so, if any of you who perhaps lean turf, gender critical, come by this or hear this, I'm not apologizing for what I've just said. I'm not, because unlike you, meaning turfs and gender critical, who claim to look at these statistics, yet somehow, for some unknown reason, take these statistics that are for cis men, and because you're a transphobe and you fear slash have hate towards trans people, you create the statistics with them. Like, that's not how it works, like I just said. So have there been one-offs? Yeah. But again, that's because they are a piece of shit. It's not because they are trans. One-offs do happen. Right? But again, trans people are a minority. Cis men are the majority. Right? So again, if your feelings get hurt, get butt hurt over what I've said, then that's a you problem. On the other hand, if you actually, how do I say this? However, if you actually want to have a dialogue, right, and you are prepared to perhaps, I don't know, act like an adult and have an adult conversation and actually be open to hearing the other side, then by all means, have engaged with me, and I will engage back. But I will not stand for trans people or anyone being blamed for something that cis men, again, not all cis men, do. Because that's not how logic works. So that's my little soapbox done on that. However, I will stay on for another 20 minutes or so. Let's look at for some more right. This is on Pink News. This is from today, November 4th. Parents of trans teens condemn puberty blocker ban. They are destroying children's lives. So, according to Northwest Bylines, the parents of children receiving gender-affirming care at GP surgeries in East Sussex have described life as horrific and inhumane. In the wake of the indefinite ban on the new NHS prescriptions for puberty blockers, for anyone under the age of 18 imposed by Health Secretary Wes Streeting last December, the Wellbeing GP practice in Brighton and Hove, where about 26,000 patients are treated across 3 surgeries, has been the subject of an investigation by the NHS Sussex Integrated Care Board (ICB) for continuing to prescribe the medicine to trans youngsters. This is despite the government website stating that NHS patients who are already receiving these medicines for gender incongruence and or gender dysphoria can continue to access them, as can patients receiving the medicines for other uses. A mother known only as Laura said her daughter began taking puberty blockers at the age of 12 and over the past 4 years had undergone full female puberty, including breast growth. We are being treated like criminals. She described the ban as forced detransition and inhumane and branded the ICB's investigation horrific. Laura went on to say, "We said no to them, accessing our patient files, and they threatened the senior lead doctors with closure of the entire practice. They still breached data. You can't just rip children off these meds years into transition. My daughter is Tanner stage 5 breast development. She never entered male puberty. Your jaw would drop if you saw her. I can't let these people win." Calling the investigation predetermined, she said, They know this is likely to cause suicides. They don't care. We jumped through every hoop for years and we followed what the government asked of us. Another parent said her child had gotten so much worse following the ban and accused the ICB of saying no GP would prescribe blockers, regardless of whether children were on them before the ban. Despite that being completely the opposite of what the law states, adding we were told that GPs would take over the prescription, except no GP would. Only Dr. Sam, which is why we all went to him. We did exactly what we were told to do, and now we are being treated like criminals. I am really angry, and we keep getting told the information we are being given is private and confidential. But I cannot sit on this anymore. They are destroying the lives of our children, and we are being expected to sit back and quietly take it. This is a bullying tactic. Dr. Sam Hall, who used to work at one of the surgeries, said NHS Sussex have twice threatened Wellbeing with withdrawal of the GMS General Medical Service contract held by the partnership. Wellbeing have been looking after trans youth for over 5 years with the full knowledge of NHS Sussex and NHS England. Why is this suddenly an issue? This is a bullying tactic designed to scare them into withdrawing life-saving care, despite warnings from coroners about the risk to life for trans people. Research for the University of London, conducted by trans academic Dr. Natasha Kennedy earlier this year, showed that the decision to ban the physically reversible gender-affirming treatments was significantly, extensively, and relentlessly harming trans children and young people. So again, this was on Pink News. So yeah. Banning puberty blockers for trans children. Cis children can still access puberty blockers, when they are needed. Funny that. And when I say funny, that's me being sarcastic. But let's do. Again, this is on trans Pink News. Indie pop musician Rachel Chinori has condemned intellectually stunted anti-trans trolls after she was called a man for attending Glamour UK's Women of the Year Awards. The two-time Brit Award nominee and All I Ever Asked singer, 26, attended the magazine's annual award ceremony in London on 30th of October, wearing a matching black bra and sheer skirt combo. The magazine's X account posted a slow-mo video of the singer posing on the red carpet and winking at the camera. A horde of social media trolls flocked to the comment section to claim that Chinori, who is cisgender, is a man mocking women. The flurry of false and discriminatory comments were likely a continuation of backlash against Glamour UK after it honoured 9 British trans women, collectively dubbed the Dolls, as one of its 2025 Women of the Year recipients. So you have fragile, pathetic trolls attacking a cis woman. And for those of you who don't know, cis is a medical term, it's medical language. So for anyone who gets butthurt over me calling saying cis, a cis woman or trans woman, both are, adjectives. Trans women are women regardless of the adjective. But anyway, you have fragile trolls attacking a cis woman in Rachel Chinori, calling her, in quotes, a man mocking women. Right? This is the level that germs and gender critical people go to, or because they have a fear, they have a phobia of trans women. Right? And for anyone who thinks that they can try and fool me, try and manipulate me, or gaslight me into thinking that I am the, what's their favorite line that they like to use? They try to gaslight me into telling me that I'm in a cult, right? No. First of all, stop trying to use, reverse psychology, because it's not going to work, for one. Number two, your hatred, your fear of trans women, trans people in general, is making you ill. You'd love to bandy around the word mental illness, right? Like it's cotton candy, right? But you're the mentally ill ones. You're the mentally ill ones causing real harm to innocent people, to the likes of Rachel Chinori, who is a cis woman. And pathetic and weak, pathetic trolls are attacking her and other cis women like her, all because they think, with their transvestigation hat on, think that they are men. This is how fucking stupid these people are. And they prove it on a daily basis. So I think that's where I'm going to leave it for this. Going to leave it this week. We will be back next week, same time, live on X and YouTube. If you enjoyed this live, then do go over to our YouTube give us a like, subscribe. If you're watching this on Twitter, then and you want to see more of these every week, then do follow me on Twitter. Yeah. Let me know what you let me know your thoughts. What do you think? I am genuinely curious to hear what you think. Keep it respectful in the comments. I'm half expecting trolls to come out of the woodwork. But yeah, say your thoughts. Let me know what you think. And yeah. I hope you have a wonderful evening. I hope your week is going well. Look after your mental health. Do what you need to do. And we will see you next week. Have a good one.